How's it going, guys? It's the Anime Over Analyst here, and today I am going over the third opening for Black Clover. The song is called Black Rover. So this is probably the most popular opening of the Black Clover series, although I think number 10 also has its run for its money. My favorite's number 10. But this one is actually really good, and I think one of the main reasons that it's super good are the camera shots, which I'll be kind of going over here. So we start off here with the first frame being the sky. We see the sky, it's got really cool purple and blue hues, and Nero comes flying in all of a sudden. And the camera swoops and follows Nero. I say camera, but there is technically no camera. This is all animated, which is really cool. They make it nice and smooth. So we have Nero. Nero comes down, and she lands on top of the statue of the head of the king, and then we get this nice zoom out into the logo. So really, really nice opening shots. So I'm currently at 0.25 speed. Why don't I go a little bit faster? Let's go 0.5. So we've got the turn pages onto the Black Clover. This will be like page 1. Okay, so then we get to this shot. As you can see, on the left, we have Vanessa in all her glory, passed out. We get this really cool imagery of Asta eating with Noelle and Charmy. We have Gordon in the back there, just kind of being creepy, because that's just kind of what Gordon is. He's kind of that creepy, lonesome character. Off to the right, we've got Ghosh looking at what I presume to be a picture of Maria, but we don't actually see that picture. It's just kind of inferred. And then right in front of him is Yami reading a newspaper. So this is just kind of a really cool setup. And if you notice, the camera angle does not change at all as everybody's doing their thing. So Gordon disappears into the hallway, and we get a quick shot of Luck, which is actually kind of funny. I love this frame that I stopped on, because Asta's face is suddenly super narrow, and Luck just kind of looks like dope. Like Luck looks like he's on drugs or something, which is kind of his character, anyways. So we've got Magna running around chasing after Luck. At the same time, if you just keep an eye on Ghosh trips after Luck swoops by him, so he turns around to yell at Luck. And all this time, remind you, we still have people who are still doing their own thing. Like in the right, Yami's still pretty much focused on the paper, and the middle trio is eating. We've got Magna shooting a ball, and then Ghosh starts leaving through the doorway. And as he does so, if you notice, we have Finral kind of showing up off to the right. He gives a nice wave, and I like that, actually. It's like he's waving to us or to the camera like, hi, and then, or it could be to Noelle, because he's a fanboy. Or what I meant is he's a simp. And suddenly we get this crash off to the right. Yami stands up, probably like, what the heck, guys, settle down. Oh, I completely forgot to mention, all while this is going on, this is why this scene is so intense. This is literally like just 5 seconds, but Asta was eating so fast that he starts choking on his food, so he starts having to drink. Then there's this explosion. You can see Asa's face. It's like, okay, he's good. But now you see the shadows off to the right of Yami, who's like, settle down, Luck and Magna. And then, so that's literally that entire scene. I'm gonna just play that in full time, just to kind of show you how fast that was, but yet how much detail they put into just this little shot. So I'm going to just back it up a little bit. So just you see Luck come in, Magnus going, Asa starts choking. Noelle actually hands him a glass. As I'm going over this, I keep noticing little details of just this little scene. Noelle hands him a glass while Finral is saying hi, and then yeah, that whole thing happens. It just happened so fast. I know I wasn't gonna pause it during that, but I swear, every time I look at that little scene, there's just so much detail going on. Let's go back to point 5. So now we get into the Golden Dawn portion. We've got off to the right, we've got the Sylph with Off to the left, we got Mimosa, and in the middle is Claus. These are the people that went with Asta into that dungeon. We have the older sister that takes care of Maria. In fact, Maria is the blonde girl on the left, and all the redheads are actually the children of one of the other side characters in the show. We get a shot of the captains, of course, and starting from the right, we've got Vengeance, then Nozell, then Yami, then Charlotte, then Jack the Ripper, then Rill, then Dorothy, then German dude who I still refuse to remember his name. So, then we get a nice shot of sad-looking Julius. He's kind of looking up. We've got off to the right Marks, and Julius is. I kind of wonder why he's sad. But he kind of does, and he does have a smile, like almost like an accepting. He's just looking at us like, hey, I'm pleased with what I see. And then we get the ever so typical fist bump. That's in pretty much every single opening. I think the last one that I did, the version 4 of opening 2, didn't have the fist bump. So that might be the only one that it doesn't have it in. As we get the fist bump, we see a whole bunch of like these shadowy figures. That's Asta running in. And mind you, this is all doing over a clouded sky, which also might mean something. Off to the right, we've got summoning his winds, and then we've got like another Asta versus I think these are like the younger versions of themselves, which is really cool. So that's doing. We've got Asta off to the left doing push-ups, and off to the right we have a tree for some reason. Does like a wind slash and destroys the tree. That's really cool. So this whole imagery shows how and Asta's past affects each other. This is how they feel about their past. We get looking up, and I really like that smooth transition that they had where they silhouetted the fist bump. But we have he's looking up and he's fond of the memories, and then we have Asta also looking up, and he's giving us that nice smile of his, just showing her. Then we've got the bad guys that show up in this arc, which are Zombie Dude. We've got Lix in the background. We've got Voltos off to the right. Fauna was in the middle. She's really, really brief. Actually, I think Voltos is the one that's coming up in front of Zombie Dude. I'm blanking on the dude on the left's name, and that's really bad. I really should know him. He's the despair guy. So, anyways, they come up. This is Voltos, the guy on the right. So yeah, and then we get Sally with all of her lustful jiggle physics. So we get this really cool transition, and she just kind of leers at us. She does that like face leer, and then we cut over to Luck, Noelle, and Asta. They're all preparing for battle. Oh, and Magna, because Magna throws a fireball. He was right behind Asta. They attack dudes, and then the Eye of the Midnight Sun people come out. So this is kind of referencing that arc where the Eye of the Midnight Sun invades the capital. So Asta does his nice swinging combos. He runs around. He shouts at something, and I think this was kind of more along the lip sync of the song. But he goes, it's like shouting out a warning to Noelle, and Noelle starts summoning her spell. And does she have a wand on her? I don't think she actually has her wand on her. She's just pointing her finger. Yeah, right there. So, but it's kind of showing like how much more control she is. She's not wavering anymore. She's got her like orbs of water around her, and she just summons 2 geysers at these guys, which then sends Luck into his fray. He's about to zap them as he charges right into it because he's the battle-happy freak that he is. But we don't get to see anything there. Then we get this nice shot of Yami. He does this really cool sword flip. That's more in reference to his fight against Licht. And in fact, we actually see a quick shot of Licht where he summons his light magic, which is really quite fascinating. You know, you've got the good guy Yami using dark magic, and we got the good guy Licht using light magic. And Yami's able to he uses 1 strike to deflect all of those. Ready? And swing. And that's it. And it just destroys the ground around him, really revealing how strong he is. Now we got him standing on this just rocking platform as he's falling, and then he's literally gonna do 1 more massive swing. And then we cut to Asa. He's taking a nice quick deep breath, you know, getting ready to prepare for his attack as he and Yami work together against these guys. And then we get this nice, beautiful shot of the demon that's in his grimoire. So we get, once again, Asta grabs his sword, and yes, the demon shows up, and he's becoming all-powerful. So Asta starts wielding his sword. He is right-handed, I've noticed in the anime, so this does make more sense. So he goes, and he lunges forward, ready to make a swing. We get this nice, cool transition shot where the swing comes, and almost like he's about to attack us, but he doesn't. Instead, we get this shot of him lying on the ground. We've got the sun off to the left, which is really cool. It's kind of bathing his left side in light a little bit. However, his head is in the dark. Maybe perhaps referencing just kind of the darkness that might be within him, or like how much his thoughts go into the darkness. Or I'm just reading too much into it, and it's just a really, really cool shot of him lying in shadow. That could be it. However, Nero comes in, and she kind of takes a look at Asta and goes, "Yo, dude, wake up, wake up." She even pecks him a little bit, and he wakes up to see her. So that's really cool. And then he literally gets up into the light, and we get the shot of the sun setting behind the demon skull, which is really, really cool shot. And perhaps even it could be a reference for kind of later on down into the arc around the 10th opening, where Nero pretty much tries to get Asta to I guess accept her a little bit. Anyways, just a really, really cool shot, and I think it is a bit of foreshadowing for the future of the series. She goes and sits on his head, and they just kind of gaze at the sunset, which is a really, really cool shot. I really like this shot. And that's it. So that's going to be the end of my video. I hope you guys enjoyed my in-depth breakdown of this opening, and I will catch you guys later in the next video. Peace.